right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to ask the media to back up a little bit so I can see everyone. So clear space, and then I'd love to hear from you guys around things that you're thinking, questions you might have, concerns you have, issues that you're facing in your desire to continue to do and offer the very best to the millions of riders who rely on you every year.
Somebody roast him, please.
Anyone has any questions for me? Yeah, sure.
Question for you. Is the funding that's being funded here, is it strictly for operations or capital?
No, it's more capital than operations. The federal government is there for capital investments to get things going. Operating funding is usually provincial and municipal on the side of things. During the pandemic, as everyone was scrambling, we stepped up a little bit with operational funding. Where we really help as a federal government is on being those partners to get the new infrastructure, which is the biggest upfront cost. The ongoing running of it is something that's a little more what Olivia's focused on, and the province needs to as well. One of the things that we are doing though with this funding is dividing it into different streams. And one of the things that we're really trying to encourage with that is first for cities to continue to do what they're already doing, which is make more ambition around densification and build more housing around transit stops. So within 800 meters of a transit stop, for example, you should be able to build high density housing with no limits. We can reduce
I wonder where he got that idea from.
That are required because we're hoping most people who live in those places will walk and use transit and won't be relying on cars to the same degree. Other things like asking for really integrated regional plans so that you don't get one city doing one thing and the next city doing something completely different that might not connect.
Maybe that's just Bob looking ahead this whole entire time.
The cities are doing more and more in the regions. So those are the kinds of things where these investments really fit in. Other questions?
Why are you still Prime Minister? Why won't you resign?
I know. Yeah, transit workers aren't shy. So here we go.
Move up. Come on.
New train anytime soon. That is an ongoing conversation. I was just chatting with AJ about that. We recognize that the rolling stock it has been expertly maintained for many years, and there is always a need to make sure that we're increasing capacity, increasing the ability of trains to
feel it's just Bob over her head.
But it's not the federal government that decides what municipalities and provinces are going to be spending on. We're there to be a partner on their priorities as long as they fit within a plan that makes sense. The decisions around that is done much more at the provincial, regional, and municipal level. But federal government, we're there to be partners. So I guess you could turn to Olivia on that.
Yeah. Well, I am so happy to be here with my colleagues, Arif and Jamie. All three of us are Toronto MPs. We know how important the TTC is for our constituents. It gets them to work. It gets them to play every single day. I do want to say, I think for all of us, it was really special to be here today to be able to thank the TTC workers who got the system up and running after those torrential rains yesterday in record time. Today's funding is historic. This is $30 billion over 10 years. It's in the budget already, which makes me as finance minister happy. And it's money that cities and transit systems can apply for starting right now to build and support fantastic systems like the TTC. A central element is it is about making sure that we as a country do a better job at planning our transit systems, having regional integration, and crucially, being sure that our transit systems and our housing plans work together. So to get the money, you need to be doing things that Toronto is already doing. Abolish parking minimums, have high density near transit hubs. And those kinds of things are going to be how we get great transit across Canada and we get more homes built faster.